Hello, very good afternoon to you. I'm Danny Sinha with the latest news here in the south. The Queen has been in Brighton and Hove this morning to celebrate a special birthday in the city. It's the Theatre Royal's 200th anniversary and a concert was held for Her Majesty and the Duke of Edinburgh to mark the event. Hundreds lined the streets to see the royal couple and a performance of Bicycle Ballet. The Queen will spend all day in Brighton visiting the Jubilee Library and the White Hawk Estate. Well, Danielle Glavin was at the theatre this morning and she joins us now. Looks like an absolutely glorious day behind you there, Danielle. What was the atmosphere like when the Queen arrived?
Well, you're right, Danny. There's been no clouds or rain to keep the crowds away today. It was very busy, very lively. Hundreds were on the streets. As well, we had some entrepreneurs there in force selling flags and hats with a Union Jack theme just for this event. Now, there was high security, naturally, with police there and many barriers, but the crowds waited patiently behind those barriers for the Queen to arrive. The excitement built all morning. The Queen was visiting Brighton for the first time in 6 years. The royal party arrived at Brighton station, and as they headed to New Road in the city centre, the battle to get the best vantage point had already been won. The flags were flying when the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh arrived, but the first view of the royal couple was fleeting.
You don't get these opportunities in your own city to see the Queen, so it's definitely worth coming down. In fact, we bunked off school today to come down.
After a tour of the theatre and a quick performance, it was time for arts al fresco. There were accusations the city snubbed the Queen during her Jubilee year. Some said celebrations were not good enough. Today, that was definitely not the case. The entertainment even had bells on. Then the moment...
Now, still to come in this evening South today, more from endurance in the Antarctic and sport with Joe Kent.
Now, Sally had to go all the way to Antarctica to find sub-zero temperatures, but right here it's -5 and we're in Portsmouth. Find out exactly where we are and why later in South Today.
Brighton and Hove turned out in force to greet the Queen today as she paid her first visit to the city in 6 years. It was a day of contrasts. In the morning, she and Prince Philip attended a 200th anniversary concert at the Theatre Royal. And the afternoon was a more informal affair as the royal couple went walkabout in White Hawk. Danielle Glavin followed the royal progress.
It was a low-key arrival at Brighton station, but just streets away, the excitement was building. Hundreds had gathered to see the Queen. Office workers had the best seats in the house. But the first view of the royal couple was fleeting. First stop was Theatre Royal. As the name suggests, it has regal connections. In 1806, the Prince of Wales gave royal assent to build it. Today's visit marked its 200th anniversary. Then arts al fresco, but with a twist. The crowds were not here.